Hi, this is my presentation for Tanker Truck Rally, a project I've been working on for a little while as part of my master's course, and will now be looking further into the economic side of things. Tanker Truck Rally is a fast-paced racing game where you play as aquatic animals driving monster trucks which double up as fish tanks along off-road, essentially logging roads, and through water. Tanker Truck Rally is played with 2 to 6 players in hot seat or online, where you take control of dolphins driving a monster truck through an off-road rally stage. The players will need to manage their speed and handle muddy tracks as they fight to be the winner. The target audience for Tanker Truck Rally is both young and old, targeted at players at age 6 and up, with vibrant colours and a peaceful premise of just racing. Tanker Truck Rally is fun for the whole family. Tanker Truck Rally will be released on PC and Mac, and upon a successful launch, it will make a perfect mobile and console experience, with controls only requiring a D-pad or thumbstick to be able to take part. In Tanker Truck Rally, players race in real time, either online or through split screen, with each race being about 5 to 10 minutes maximum. While manoeuvring through the track, players will need to avoid obstacles and manage their water level whilst driving. Players will lose water upon sudden acceleration or deceleration, and this includes sudden lateral movement and coming to sudden stops due to crashing or bumping into other players. As players lose water from their vehicle, their speed is reduced proportionally until it can be refilled. Managing your water is a big part of Tanker Truck Rally. Sudden impacts will lose a lot of water, and players traversing through these puddles made by the lost water will lose traction themselves and potentially crash. To refill the tank of the player's vehicle, a player needs to completely submerge their vehicle within water. So this would be crossing through rivers, diving down underneath them and coming back up the other side, or driving along the shoreline of a beach. Once the player's vehicle is full of water, it will again be able to move at maximum speed. The economy for Tanker Truck Rally is based on shells. So players will receive a small amount of shells for every race that they play, and depending on their position within the race, will receive more or less. Each race gives between the range of 50 to 200 shells depending on the player's final position, and within the in-game marketplace, players can purchase a variety of skins ranging from simple colours from about 2,000 shells, which is approximately an hour or two of gameplay, to 10,000 shells for a complete remodel of the vehicle, including wheels, the vehicle's shell, particle effects, and potentially a driver. High-quality items include a full replacement model for the vehicle shell, as well as alternate wheels, particles, and new animal drivers. Purchasing these items will add the vehicle model to the player's account and consume storage space. These models and styles will only affect the visual appearance of the vehicle and in no way affect the hitboxes or physics of the vehicle. This is done so that the game is not pay to win, because the one thing which drives away a majority of players in a lot of these games where you can purchase a vehicle which modifies the characteristics means that people who want to get into the game as free to play are completely turned off, because there are people who pay money and immediately have an advantage. The monetized economy of Tanker Truck Rally is purely to increase the speed at which players can purchase these new and exciting models and visualizations, and this is done via putting in real money onto the account alongside the shells which are already within the game. Base recolors of models can be purchased for approximately $1.50. Complex redesign models can be purchased for approximately $9. As more players purchase these items, the cost will potentially fall in proportion to their lack of rarity. So rarity in this game will depend on the quality of the model as well as the rarity of that model within the community. As there are always those people who like to stand out, they will look for more uncommon models and styles. Players can store money on their account with a small bonus to the account if they add a set amount upon putting money on. An example of this is when they go to the market store and want to put $10 on. $10 will be a fixed amount. So they might get a bonus 50 cents totaling $10.50 in their account that they can buy skins and models with. This allows the purchase of complex models and a little bit left over for future purposes. So they could potentially buy a full remodel of their vehicle as well as a recolor of another vehicle. Storage slots are consumed by a vehicle, shells, tires, drivers, and particle effects. So one full set of a vehicle model will contribute to taking up four slots. Players will have 24 slots upon account creation, enough for the default set, and 4 or 5 additional complete sets. Additional slots can be purchased at $1.50 for 8 slots. Purchasing models and particle effects with shells adds them to the player's account and consumes a slot for each component. Model sets, including vehicle shells, tires, drivers, and particle effects, also include slots when purchasing using real money. In this way, if players want to spend real money to purchase an entire set, they will also get the storage to store that set. This means that when players go to support the game, they don't feel ripped off in that they have just paid $9 to get a set of skins, and they can't store them, and so are asked to buy another $1.50 worth of storage. This will avoid player, resentment within the marketplace. Within Tanker Truck Rally, there will be a player-supplied market after launch to supply the marketplace with new models and particle effects. Players can supply their own models to the market. Once submitted, the creators will receive a percentage of the cost of each item sold from the market as royalties. This way, we'll be able to get content creators or model creators and artists to submit what they have created and become financially tied, to the game and be further invested. Each time a model is submitted to the market, a moderator will need to review the model, make sure it is up to standard, and then be placed within the shop. From here, the item is added to the player market. The market upon release will be comprised of content created by the development team, and from that point on will be supplemented by the development team, but primarily assisted by the players themselves. The player-to-player economy within the game will be very important. So players can trade items between accounts by inviting another to trade within the market. Players can offer skins and particle effects from their inventory to another player in return for shells, skins, or real money. Real money is tied to the player's account and cannot be withdrawn. That way, the player who has this excess money on their account can use that money to buy further skins and keep the money within the game. In the trade window, the current market value of a player's offer will be supplied at the bottom of the trading window, indicating both shell price and real money cost of this purchase. Tanker Truck Rally will take a new direction when it comes to rarity and prestige of items. I'm doing this via the leaderboards of the game itself. This way, every season, the season being 3 months, January to March, etc., the top 100 players per se will receive a unique set of skins. This will be a complete overhaul of the player's vehicle model, with particle effects, new drivers, emotes for their character who's driving the vehicle, and everything. This will also grant the player additional storage slots to hold these new items. These items cannot be purchased on the market and must be earned. However, they can be traded on the market from player to player. The idea behind this is that these items will be rare and difficult to get. So to get them, you either need to trade to get them or play the game a lot to get them. The reason behind this is so that players will have an incentive to push on and try and be the very best in Tanker Truck Rally. Try and be the fastest, have the most have the best win-loss ratio, have the best times. The trading economy within Tanker Truck Rally will revolve around limited supply items, which will be greatly sought after, with the rarity of the full set boosting the desire for the set via collectors and competitive players. These items can be traded between players within the market, as with other cosmetic items. Random rewards. So Tanker Truck Rally will not include the use of loot boxes or random drops. The reason I've done this is to not negatively impact our content creators. The idea of a random loot box drop is that you'll open the box and you could potentially get 3 or 4 rewards in it of varying rarity or varying quality. The reason I'm not doing this is because A, I will need to introduce another system on top of what is already here with common, rare, uncommon, legendary items, and this will also potentially have a negative impact on our content creators because their work will be judged and it could potentially leave a sour taste in their mouth. Tanker Truck Rally will be worked on as a game as a service. This is an idea in the game industry where a game is not just a single installment of you have the game, this is it, you play it, and that is the content you'll receive. This Tanker Truck Rally will be constantly updated with new emotes, new skins, new potentially game modes, and definitely new tracks. This means continual updates and moderation for the duration of its lifespan, and really hoping to grow much larger over time from what is originally released. Comparable game designs include Team Fortress 2. I say this because Team Fortress 2 started out without the marketplace, without all these customizable skins and cosmetics which could potentially change the way that your character plays. It started off with your base characters. They all had, the scout had the shotgun, the soldier had the rocket launcher. There was no modification, but it has grown into such a large community and evolved so much as it is not a single installment. It is a game as a service. To conclude, I'd like to say that Tanker Truck Rally will be a family-friendly racing experience with a focus on including the community in as much as possible in creating cosmetic content, with the developers assisting and creating brand new tracks and seasonal specific content. Yeah. May the best Tanker Truck win.